Yes. This is a poem that I wrote on the 27th of April 2011. I'll share the poem with you first, and then I'll tell you the little story behind it, because it's a very nice one. A little box. When he was but a little boy, his mamma sat him on his knee, and she said to him, "Listen, my son, here is a little key. It goes to a box that will bring you hope in times of deep despair. But you must keep it shut until the day when you have your own child there." When he was a young man, he often thought upon this little box. It seemed to carry a mystery deep within it, like an old grandfather clock. But never did he open it, for his word was as good as gold. And his mother passed away peacefully, for she was now grown quite old. Soon afterward, a child was born that brightened this man's life, and he decided that now he'd open the box and finally peer inside. At last the key went in the lock. The secret was now revealed. The box had nothing in it except a small film reel. And when he watched, he saw his mother's young and smiling face. She said to him, "No matter where I am, this time will not erase. For this box you may think is empty and should be tossed into the trash. But think a minute on this before you act so rash. It gave you hope when times were hard, and now I'm here with you. And now I know that you've got a child, so here's what you should do." But sadly, at this point, the old film began to break. It snapped in two, and with heavy sorrow this man's heart began to ache. But then he thought, and a smile played upon his lips. He made a photo and shot a video, and put it in like this. And now years passed, and he put his son upon his loving knee, and said to him, "Listen, my son, here is a little key. The small things we do in life truly have no measure, for only love and loyalty can bring the highest pleasure. Some may find it in a hug or in a smile, or in a very precious rock, while others find it in the wisdom of a simple little box." This poem actually started out as a thought in my mind of this beautiful refrigerator magnet that we had when I was a child. Basically, it's in the shape of a gift, and it has this velvet on it and a bow on top. And I don't remember the poem exactly. If anyone has the same box and can post the poem, I'd be grateful. But basically the idea was that even though this box is empty, it contains love. And I was going to have my box be empty as well in my poem, but as so often happens with writers, and anyone who writes will know what I mean, the characters wanted to tell their own story, so when it got time for the man to open the box, I saw this film reel, and so I decided, okay, we'll go with that. And then after I wrote the poem, I thought of another very precious and beautiful story of this woman who was dying of cancer. And this was on the news, so she was quite famous, or at least a little bit anyway. She was dying of cancer, and she made these videos for her child because she knew that she wouldn't be there to see her grow up. So as her child grows older, she'll watch different videos with her mother's advice on them about the various stages of her life. So these sort of formed together into this poem, and I hope that you've enjoyed as much as I did. But more importantly, I really hope that if you have someone in your life whom you truly love, tell them before it's too late. Let them know. Because it's great to do little things, but sometimes people, and that includes men, like to hear "I love you," or "Thanks for being my pal," or "I'm glad I have you as a friend," or something like that. Because when it's too late, you can't go back and change things, so do that. Do remember the little box filled with love. Yes, us. That's all for this one.